Hello, Flosstube. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and today is Saturday, March, I want to say 18th. That sounds about right. And this is my Flosstube number 274. Excuse me while I write the date down. I keep this record just so I know what I'm doing. First of all, I was thinking I was going to have a procedure on my ear on Wednesday, and I did not. That the last minute, I mean, I was getting ready to, I had already gotten up early, and had made arrangements with my sister. She was going to pick me up, and I was supposed to call the doctor's office to see about how long they thought it would take, so she would know whether she needed to like drop me off and go take care of the gentleman she was watching, or could wait there or whatever, how, if it would take very long or not. And I had forgotten to call them the day before, so I was going to call them that morning. And then Eve had texted me saying that, hey, I'm going to go through the drive-thru and get breakfast. What do you want? And I was about to reply to her when I got a phone call from the dermatologist's office, and that the doctor had some kind of something that was going on, so he wasn't going to be in that day, and so I had to reschedule the procedure. So my ear is not been done, worked on, whatever. So it won't be till like mid-April. Yeah. So anyway, so my ear's still fine, and I had the procedure done. So yeah. Anyway, so this is a channel about cross stitch, and I have a few things that I worked on, and kind of a lot of haul to talk about, including my market haul, which came from Keepsakes today. Yeah, it's been kind of a funky week. So, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started talking about what I've been working on. I had done my 2 new starts for my WIPGO as part of my WIPGO goals last week. I talked about that. Give Greatly and Lost and Found, which are both Silver Creek Samplers designs. And so I haven't worked on them anymore since what I showed you last week. And then the other things that I was working on, my WIPGO calls, my own design, Not Everything Counts. I had added some more sheep. As you can, it's a little bit busier than it was before. So I had added some sheep just to sort of fill in some of the empty spots. I tried to make it print like with a fabric color or something, and I don't know, I'm doing something wrong, I guess, because it still printed it white. So, and I could have, I guess, chosen to like just to print the symbols only or whatever, so that you can see the little vacant sheep. So there's a bunch of sheep supposed to be there. Anyway, so that's my design of this W.B. Cameron quote. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. So my goal in that was 6 days, and as of last Saturday, I had actually done like 7.5, 8-ish days. So today, during our sticks and strings videos with my sisters, I went ahead and finished that inner border, and so that enabled me to put in the guy's name, W.B. Cameron. And these are all the sheep that I had talked about that I had added in, except for the one that was supposed to go right here. I had miscalculated. So I don't know if this one is in the wrong place, which made this one be the wrong place, or if I just miscounted in getting from this sheep to this sheep. So I had to take this one out so I could, finish the border, and then I could put him back in. Maybe I'll put him down here. I don't know. Or maybe I won't put him in at all. But yeah, so I have the sheep's heads and legs to go, and then to finish the other outer outer parts of the border. So, and then it'll be done. So it has a little ways to go, but I may be able to finish it before the end of the month. This is for my brother-in-law, and his birthday is like the 19th of May. So, I would like to get it done by then. But so that was my number 22 WIPGO call. My number 2 WIPGO call was this endangered species gray wolf. And the reason I have the booklet, I'll tell you in a second, but it's this guy down here, this gray wolf. And it's like, as I said before, it's within the little outline of the design, it's full coverage, and it's very pixelated, so it's very hard to work on. And this Ada that it's on is like a very thick, thicker than normal Ada, I think, it seems to me. But anyway, so it's hard to see. I've done 6 days was Friday. And so I worked on it a little bit this morning, and I might work on it a little more, just because I didn't want to do color completing, but it's easier for me to do, I think, in many ways. But so I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit further along than it was. I did a little bit more work here or around the cheek, and more here. This is a little bit more solid than it was, and did some work down here too, because and then I did. There's like I want to say a purplish color. I don't know if you can even see it, or if I can see it, but there's not a whole lot of it, but it's here and there outside of the wolf. It's on these little outer areas. And so I did most, and I think it's, I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere. But so I did that. I think that's all of that color. It's not used very much, but so, I've been working on it, and right now I'm working in this area here. Yeah, there's that purple color right there. It's in a few places like that. There's just a few stitches here and a few stitches there. But so some of the DMC colors that I did not have, I didn't have them with this pattern. I'm sure I have them, but they must be in another project somewhere. I think I had last week I was trying to talk about thread stash, and instead I kept saying pattern keeper. I don't have pattern keeper. I have thread stash, and everything else I said was correct. It has, you could enter your projects and all the threads that are called for, and whatever is called for that project. And so I was trying to see if I could tell from there where I had those colors, and I don't know if I don't know how to use that part of it, that feature or whatever, but I didn't see where I had them. But anyway, so I just went ahead and bought them, because I'll talk about this a little bit in haul. But my sister and I were going to Hobby Lobby, and so I went ahead and got those colors. But they're the three that I got, they're very dark green colors, and they look almost indistinguishable from these other grays and blacks that are in this color. So I'm having a real hard time making sure that I'm in the right place, and I've got the but so the more I do it, the more like these little voids are going to be a specific color, and so the more I can do of the color that I'm working with, if I do it as a color completist kind of way, then that leaves just like these little isolated holes that'll be easier to fill in with, you know, whatever other color is called for. So yeah, so this is the Grey Wolf, and I have some pictures of. I have a picture of what it looked like before. If I can pull it this way, so that helps a little bit. Like I said, I did a lot of I did some on its face, and I did a lot of the on his head right here. You can see it's there's a lot of empty things there, and it's all, a lot of it is filled in, and so, and right now I'm, like I said, I've been working in this area, and so you can see that yeah, so his, like I said, this area here is, I'm upside down. But so yeah, this area had a lot of voids in it, and it's a lot of it is filled in now, and then over here, this area here, a lot of that is filled in too. So you know, I've made good progress. I have no idea when I'll get back to it and finish it off. I don't know. I don't really have any plans to do it. The reason I had the booklet out, the original booklet out, is that, you know, I made a working copy of it some time ago, and so I had, you know, photocopied the pattern, and I guess in doing so, the one of the edges, you know, the pattern covers 2 pages, and so on one of the pages I didn't quite get the one strip copied, so I had copied sort of part of it, you know, and in one area I couldn't tell exactly what symbol there was, so I had to get the original out so I could make sure I had the right color or whatever. So yeah. So anyway, that's I've met the goals, the WIPGO goals for those 2 pieces, and like I said, I'd like to finish the Not Everything Counts project, just because I want to finish it in time for my brother-in-law's birthday. And then the other thing on my WIPGO board is an FFO for each square. So one of them that I worked on was 4 Fat Friends, and I don't have the picture with the pattern because it was a freebie pattern, and so there it's just the chart itself. But this is what the finished thing looks like: the tree and the 4 fat friends. And this is a freebie from the Drawn Thread. And so I have this, you can't really see it because it's pinned up. So I ironed on some interfacing behind the design. It's there. You can see the reverse of the design. And I had pinned this together. I haven't, because I wanted to pin it so my sister can help me by sewing it. And I haven't said, you know, where I wanted her to leave a gap open so I could stuff it and all that kind of stuff. I'm making a little pillow. And this is the back side of this fabric. Let's see if I can turn it. Ouch. Just a little bit so you can kind of see. It's just a red polka dot fabric. But I think the red will complement the 4 Fat Friends pretty nicely. And it's a nice dark red with those polka dots on it, and I think it'll make a nice pillow. So that's one of my, it's not quite FFO'd yet, but it started on it. And the other one was Eeyore and the Bees, was one of the ones that was called. And I just have this little, I cut this out of the original kit picture or whatever. But so this is the finished product, and I started to mount it, and I've since changed my mind about, I think I want to bring this in a little bit. to make it a little tighter. And then I want to bring this down, and I want to move these bees buttons because I feel like they're crowding these two stitched bees that are on there. And I mean, they're a very different color, you know, being yellow. There's no yellow in the design, but I like them. And I think I want to put them, you know, further down or something further so you can see these a little better. But I do want to take a little bit of this margin off as well. So I want to make it smaller and tighter. And so I had originally made it this size. I was thinking I was going to mount it on this one chalkboard easel thing that I had, but it's a little small. So it was a very tight fit as far as size-wise, and there was like no room there to put trim or whatever. I was, you know. So I have this, which is a little bit... So the easel thing that I had was also a chalkboard easel. It was a green board, though, not black. And it was a little bit smaller and narrower, I think, than this one is. And so these are from the dollar spot at Target, you know. But so this is a little bit, there's a little bit more room. I want to put some trim around it and maybe, you know, a bow or something, I don't know. But so I like it like that. The other idea was, you know, I don't have any real super attraction. I mean, not attachment is what I want to say to this. I like Eeyore. I like him a lot. I have a little tiny stuffed Eeyore that I've had for ages. It's a little hard. I don't know if it's stuffed with sawdust or it's stuffed with something, but it's kind of hard. I've had forever. And that's, I think, why I was originally drawn to it. Ouch. Sorry. Ouch. I like Eeyore. But like I said, I'm not super attached to this specific design. And so what I might do, what Naomi suggested, was maybe possibly like giving it to the nursery at our church to just put up, because it's, you know, just a sweet little picture of Eeyore. So, but anyway, so what I did is, this is mounted on foam core, but I laced it. This is my first lacing attempt. So, and it came out actually very nice. I watched a couple of videos about how to do it, and yeah, but like I said, I think I'm gonna take it apart, take the lacing off, and cut the foam core down a little bit to make it a little tighter, and then relace it, and then decide what I'm gonna do with it. So I started on the FFO, but it's not done, just like the other one. So it's still a work in progress, both of those FFOs. But they're coming along, and they're closer to being finished. And I have until the end of the month to get them done. So, you know, there it is. So that is all the stitching that I've done so far. But like I said, I've met the goals for the two WIPGO projects. And I hope to finish the one before the end of the month. You know, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Excuse me 1 minute. I've been jonesing for a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Coke or something since yesterday. Anyway, long story. But so I think that's all the stitching that I've done, because I've been trying to get those projects done. But so then I have a little bit of haul. I had seen somebody had posted that Hobby Lobby was, you know, doing some odd things with their cross stitch items, like, you know, maybe getting rid of some things or whatever. And so so even I went to Hobby Lobby to, you know, check it out and see what's going on or whatever. And it seems like they are, excuse me, trying to reach this stuff, reducing some of what they carry. So they're discontinuing and putting on clearance some items. And I don't know if they're going to replace some things with something else, or maybe carry fewer things or whatever. I know that they had a bunch of like dimension kits and leisure art kits that were on one end, and they were all like, the dimensions kits are these big fancy, pretty large designs, and they were all like 22 something, $23, $24, and they were all reduced, put on clearance for like for something, really, really, really cheap. The dimension ones, I don't remember how much the leisure arts ones were reduced to, but so they were all red stickered, and then some of their fabrics were marked like that. They had some big pieces of Ada, and they were marked down like that, like $14 things for like $2 or $3 or whatever. So yeah, and then their DMC threads, regular DMC threads, were apparently not part of that reduction or whatever, but their etoile was. Joann's apparently got rid of all their etoile, their big display of etoile, and Joann's had a pretty nice selection. Hobby Lobby always had a smaller selection, but Joann's got rid of theirs some time ago, and they have DMC like wool threads, and then but Hobby Lobby has had them all marked down. So I bought several, just random colors. I didn't buy all of them that they had there, but so they were reduced down. So they're like 43 cents. And that's a pretty good price for a toile. A toile's, ordinarily $1.95. And it's down to 43 cents. So I bought several different colors. I have like a silver and a black and a gold color. And I have a few other colors just because I bought some time ago. I thought, I could use them for whatever. And so I don't have a list of, all the colors that I have. And so I didn't have, a way of looking and seeing, what colors do I need to have the whole set or whatever. And, I'm not really that concerned about it. But yeah, so I just grabbed a whole bunch of random colors. Like I have this shade of, okay, I'm going the wrong direction because I'm looking at the camera. Like this blue, because when I first got the pandemic pattern, I bought a whole bunch of different blues because I thought, well, maybe I'll do, every section a different shade of blue, or whatever. And I've done some things in the toile, I think, but so that's why I like I said, I bought like that shade of blue or whatever, and I also bought this lighter shade also. But anyway, so I have a whole bunch of these, but they were on sale, so I bought them. And also this Lisbeth, it's 100% Egyptian cotton. Comes in these little balls. So I don't know if they were all on sale or just some of the colors, because they have a size 20 and a size 3, and I don't know what this is, but I know that those lacing tutorials I did. One of them was using this kind of thread. I don't know what, if it was 20 count or 3 count. I don't know what size the thing was. I didn't really pay attention. But anyway, this is reduced also from $5.99 to $1.74. So I went ahead and got it because I thought, you know, if I could theoretically stitch with it, or I could use it for lacing, if nothing else. And then I also bought this, it's a chenille yarn, Chenille Appeal it says. It's a line brand, regularly $6.99, $1.74. And even though I don't have a whole lot of things that are this color, you know, it's a chenille, it's a thin chenille. But it would make also a good trim. And it was $1.74, you know. This one I bought because I might use it for Eeyore. This one is not on sale. It's a thicker, it's by Yarn Bee. It's velvety smooth sparkle, it says. And this is just a regular purple shade. So I bought this to possibly use for Eeyore and the bees. Just, I like the shade. There's another one they had there that was, the color was aubergine, and I almost bought it. I was going back and forth between the purple and the aubergine because I felt like the aubergine one was the same color as the inside of his ears here. And I thought, well, that would be interesting because it's kind of like the same color as his ears and his tail or something, or at least his ears. And but in the end, I bought this one, and I'm going to see if it works with Eeyore or not. So, and then I also bought some things that were not on sale. And these were just some fabrics that they had that were not on sale. This one is more of that, it doesn't say what count it is, but this is embroidery cotton, and it was only $3.99. It's 15 by 18 size, so you know, and I don't know what the count is on that, but I bought 2 of them. And then this is Bristol linen. This is oat and ivory. I think I bought some of this before. This is the 46 count, like those 2 new starts I have. Yeah. But so I went ahead and got all. Oh, and I bought these trims again to consider to use for using on Eeyore. This blue, and this is like a velvet, like a rat tail cording, like the little pendant thing that I have. And this is some more of the. This is also the velvet cording. The rat tail cording, but in black. And I think I might use this around on that squirrel snide out pendant to use around the stitching rather than making cording. And then this is a narrow yellow ribbon. Yeah, so, and you know, they were not like marked down or anything, but they're also very cheap. This is like $1.99, you know. But so, and I was thinking about, you know, possibly using this on Eeyore. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I just was buying stuff for ideas, you know. So then, otherwise, my market haul came from Keepsakes. I ordered some things from Keepsakes. And so they sent me a little thank you postcard. There's their kitty. Shop cat. 310, the little black kitty. So, yeah. So that came with my order. And so here's what I ordered from Market. Tinymodernist had several pieces that were very cute. A crab and a lobster and something else. And this Karma Chameleon. I like all of those, but this one I really, really like for some reason. I just really like that. I like the colors. I like that chameleon. So that's one of them. And I also got this Snowman 2023 from Primrose Cottage Stitchers. Did I say this was Tinymodernist? Yeah, I think I did. This is Primrose Cottage Stitches. Look at that snowman. So cute. Look at the little cardinals. Oh, that's adorable. So got that. And then I got Float Like a Butterfly, Sting Like a Bee. This is Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery. These two related patterns. Float and Sting is what they're called. So yeah, a collaborative project with between Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery. So really cute designs, these two. And I think they both just call for DMC threads. I think these two also are all are DMC also. And the other Plum Street I got was This I Know, which is it's a kind of almost kind of a companion, not specifically deliberately a companion, I don't think. But kind of a companion to the other one with the This Is the Day, I think it was. It's another Plum Street Samplers pattern. But this one is, oh yeah, yeah. So this I Know. Jesus loves me, this I know. There's a bunch of little sheep on there. Yeah. And then the Blue Flower Rabbit Parade. And this one, I hope, is not in one of my Punch Needle magazines. I hope not. But this one, I think it's... But this is a Blue Flower, Jeannine McGowan. Yeah, these are all also DMC. And then a few weeks colors and crescent color works. But anyway, yeah. So all these little animals have rabbit ears. I thought was really cute. There's so many of the patterns that I wanted that were just adorable. Yeah, but you know, I could have spent a bazillion dollars. But you know, you can only do so much. You can only stitch so many things. As it is, I've got, you know, more stash that I could possibly stitch. That's why this year's WIPGO I've got a new start for every block, because I thought I might as well stitch all those patterns, even if I get just a little start on them. You know, what the heck? Why not? But so I think that's about it for this week. That's all the stitching that I've done. You know, Wednesday when I was supposed to have the procedure on my ear, I was kind of geared up for that. I was thinking, okay, the 15th, you know, and I didn't think it was going to be anything major, but I was like just ready to do that. And so then when they called first thing in the morning and canceled it, like I said, I was ready to, I was about to on the phone to text Eve to say, yeah, get me such and such from the drive-through, and then they called and canceled it, and I rescheduled. I'm like, wait. So then, like, it was like I didn't know what to do with myself that morning. It was like, it wasn't like, oh good, I could get this ditch or whatever. For one thing, I said, oh good, I can go back to bed and sleep some more. But I was just like, so it was weird. Like, I wasn't exactly disappointed. Disappointed isn't quite the right word, but I was just like, it just discombobulated me to not be to not, because I was so geared up and ready for that. I don't know. But anyway, so I've got a month's reprieve from that. But I am supposed to have another procedure on the 29th of this month. I'm going to have this area here, two little strip biopsy things taken out of this area to make sure there's nothing going on there. So, and once again, I'm going to get geared up for the 29th. But anyway, so I think that's it. So for the rest of the month, I want to finish that Not Everything Counts piece, and of course I want to work on the FFO things, and I want to work on some more on the fox. I stopped at the end of February basically, so that I could get my WIPGO things done for this month, and since I've hit the goal, I have the rest of the month. My time is my own. I can just stitch on whatever. So I'd like to finish the fox and the Not Everything Counts. And of course, I still have to FFO the rest, finish those things. So that's going to be probably a day it'll take me to do those two. But I'm hoping to get some more, some more things done. And, I still have my rabbit patterns. Excuse me. I haven't finished any more of those. They're still in their unfinished state. So, I don't know. I'm a mess. I don't these projects that I know I'm not doing. But anyway, so for the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to just tie up all these little loose ends I've got going on this month. Maybe do a little bit more on those new starts because they're just barely started. So yeah, and I think I'm just gonna get the gray wolf to an ending point where I can put it away for next time and keep going. And I think that's about it. And I've got all these new patterns for market. Yay! This one I really kind of want to get started on. This Karma Chameleon. Maybe that'll be one of my new starts. I don't know. It's only a 66 by 66 stitch count. So, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh, little mushroom. Flowers. The chameleon. With little feet holding onto the branch. So cute. So cute. Oh. Anyway. So I think that is it. So I will. I don't know if I mentioned that my younger sister had found out that she had a water leak in her kitchen. I don't know if I had mentioned that she had noticed the wall, that it's like the end of the kitchen, right? Here's the hallway, and there's the wall, and behind it is all the appliances and the dishwasher and the sink and some cabinets in there. And she was coming down that hallway, and she noticed that the paint on that wall looked like it was like it was sagging. And come to find out, there was a leak. Apparently, I guess the water pipes that come down that wall, the supply lines, I guess, that come down that wall and feed into the sink and the dishwasher. I guess it was leaking in there somewhere and just spraying water back there. So, fortunately, she saw it, I guess, maybe Friday when she came home or something like that. I don't know. But they've were able to get, remediation people and plumbers and all that kind of stuff out there. And, but it's going to be June before they can, finish it up or whatever, because they've got to wait for, the workers and the supplies and the whatever, it's going to be some time before it gets finished. So it's not like it's going to be finished, in a week or something. It's going to be months before it's all done. And so that's a big, she's having to like figure out, what are they going to do about, trying to, to cook and all that. Fortunately, their refrigerator's not affected and the stove is not affected, so they can still, make food. It's just, like, and they can use, paper plates and things like that. But it's like the, pots and pans that they're going to have to, they use, they're going to have to figure out something to wash it. So she's having to get like tubs that they can wash things in and like that. And of course the cats are like having a field day, like, oh look, cement, the drywall, and yeah, so the cats think it's a big, playground. But yeah, so it's a bummer and a drag. And that's, like I said, that's something she went through with her old house. I think I mentioned this last week, that that the house that they were living in when Hannah was little, she was still crawling when they moved into that house. And so she was, I think, either late toddler, early elementary school, something like that, and that they had lived there for a little while. When that house, they realized that, I guess, it had been, there had been a slow leak or something, in the sink dishwasher area of that house for some time. And, there was just mold. And so they had to actually move out of that house for a while it was, while the remediation, it was all, covered in plastic and this, and, it was a big mess. And so this is not quite as bad because it had not been going on as, for the length of time that the other one had. But it's still a major inconvenience of, having to have the water shut off and that kind of thing. And so, it's a big bummer. So she's going to be dealing with that for the next few months. And, yeah. So, anyway, but I'm excited. I got all my Happy Meal in and all of that. And, so we will see what I can get up to in the coming week. And I will see you all next time. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.